affiliate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that link, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah. Don't play with me. Say what you gon' do?
I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a shit.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
She don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down front. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback now. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack now. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get yourself this thing.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Washington football team. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. How do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this time Murray to throw it. Flush to his right. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. 55. Murray going to throw. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Fitzpatrick. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. 7 yards there and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Murray now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play. And then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off. And he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A first carry for the Fordham Rams, Chase Edmonds. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
They're on 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Washington, nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. And let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Now and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Dancing to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm. And nowadays, we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws. But he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray steps away to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. To throw is Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Matt Prater on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? They only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep going.
We talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now from Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
He's got it, and it's 17-0.
That's the score. Cardinals 17. Washington nothing. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Throwing again here, Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 10.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now, Fitzpatrick. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick. And his throw is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick.
And he'll complete this to Gibson.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 7 yards on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Gibson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
At the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Baker with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On play action, it's Murray. Rolling to his right. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
2 yards.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick. He'll find Gibson here complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
The Cardinals' 1-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his first career NFL touchdown. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 17. Washington 7.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll run it, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run with Edmonds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back to the ground on first down, Edmonds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On On second down, this is Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Here's Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since that the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. Murray's going to keep it on the option. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And 11 at the 31-yard line.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. From the gun, Murray. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes
touchdown, Cardinals. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Washington first down.
Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Fitzpatrick. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
Got a man. It's Gibson, complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
It's now 4th down.
4th down, Fitzpatrick. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. That catch good for only a couple.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fitzpatrick. He's got his man on the crossing route. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run with Edmonds, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Murray to throw. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run here with counter. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. Tackle made by Chase Young.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw it, Murray. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Edmonds. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Cards, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everyone.
Bag got me.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fold. to keep your